There's a very good chance a woman you know has faced down obnoxious and potentially dangerous harassment out on a walk or a training run.
On a typical week, I run between 25 and 35 miles a week.
It's a love, a passion, a hobby.
I try to ignore the yells.
One where women get hassled, intimidated, harassed way too often.
It's a truck of some kind, a big engine rev, a yell, and then an explosion from the firecracker. It didn't hit us, but it was at our backs, which made it even more scary.
If you think Stephanie Davenport's story is an isolated incident, think again, or ask a female runner. I did, asked a number of women at this training group.
And there was a truck that passed me with two men in it, and shortly after they had passed me, they turned on the road right behind me.
I've had them come by and turn around and come back by.
It's incredibly frightening because you don't know whether that's going to escalate, whether that's going to turn into a legitimate threat, or if it's just somebody being, frankly, stupid.
Need more examples? I asked about it on Facebook, and here's what one woman wrote.
I've had sexual comments thrown at me, cigarette butts tossed at me. Cars try to drive as closely as possible to scare me.
Another woman says,
men yelled disgusting sexual comments, and when I tried to ignore them, they got louder and more aggressive.
Well, I'd first ask them why.
We asked clinical psychologist Dr. Jennifer Baker to help us understand what's going on here.
Some people feel that they are compelled to say something, which they don't need to say, so they have poor impulse control. Some people just have bad manners.
The reality these women face means many don't feel safe running alone, or they pack something most men don't. Nearly every female runner I talked to carried some form of protection. Might be mace, a taser, or even a gun. Stephanie Davenport wants men in nearby vehicles to ask one question. Would you say that stuff to your mom?
We're sisters, we're moms, we're daughters. How would you feel if somebody did that to a female in your life?
We asked everyone from a running store owner to other athletes about ways to stay safe. If possible, they say run in a group when you can. You can find safety in numbers. Sign up for a runner tracking app like Garmin Live Track or Strava Beacon. That way friends and relatives can track your current location. Also, stay in busy areas within shouting distance of other people who could help you. And switch up your routes to be less predictable.